Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT. What can you expect after you hit max? Does it feel as good as you thought? A lot of questions happen because I get this question probably at least once a week on I'm about to hit max. Is that the end of the game? What should I be expecting? How should I feel? Because it is a weird thing. A lot of you guys probably have not ever achieved max. Some of you guys have, and some of you guys have probably had some of these similar feelings. But when you hit max, it is a great feeling. You feel super accomplished. You can now start playing the game. But you do get on a little downward trend where you're unsure what to do next. So when you have all these 99s, when we look at all these skills here, a lot of these skills are little goals. And your goal is to max that thing out. Well, once you max that out, all right, let's move to the next one. I'm sure we've all felt this way. You've done a 99 and then you were grinding hard. Dude, you were playing, 10 hours a day. And then all of a sudden you achieve your goal and the next week you just play very minimal or AFK a lot or whatever you do. And you will feel that after you hit max, because what is the goal next? What should we do? Does the game end after we get to max? Absolutely not. I do want to talk about this because like I was saying, I get this question so much. The game is better, in my opinion, when you're max than it is when you're mid-level. Mid-level, when you're beginning and things like that, it feels exciting. You're getting these levels. You're making these mini goals. But once you hit max, dude, you can do everything. There's nothing you can't do. Sometimes that can be a bad thing, though. Because, sure, we can do everything. But what should we do? I'll tell you guys what I kind of went with. Now, my story is going to be different than yours. I went max cape and then I went quest cape afterwards. I still haven't even done the mini ones, but I got my quest cape afterwards, so I still had a lot of things to do. Achievement, I don't even have this. I have all my achievements done except these ones. I just don't know how to do Barbarian Assault, and then I'll get that. So those are my mini goals, but for a lot of you guys, you probably finished those before you even hit max. What I will say is, old school RuneScape is probably one of the best games for collecting that I've ever seen. There's a lot of games that try to do it, but old school RuneScape is phenomenal when it comes to certain things. We have a lot of things to achieve here. Now, as you can see, I'm a total max level combat, max level total level. There's my XP. We love to see that number go up. But look, we have achievements, we have quests. Quests is done. Achievements, I still have a little bit. And then we have these two big ones down here. Combat tasks and collection logs. These work so well together. And the reason these work so well together is because it unlocks a different part of the game that maybe you weren't expecting it to get into. When we look at the collection log slots, you won't get this done. I'm saying it right now. I think there's one person that is close, but you and me, we won't get this done in our lifetime. It's just the way it goes. But there is so many little things that we can work on to build our account, to build our wealth. Guys, I was grinding the Duke out a little bit. I got 357 KC. I achieved 11 orbs. I got the tablet. I got 3 things. I got the axe piece. But there's still so much to get. So there's still so much for me to go. And maybe you're not a bosser, right? Well, maybe you can do some mini games. Look at all these mini games that we can complete. If you're a clue hunter, well, I'm not a clue hunter. But if you're a clue hunter, tons of things. Maybe you want to dabble into some raids. Well, look at this. If you can complete these in these raids, you're doing pretty good. Me, I'm not a raider. All these little things we can collect pets, We can do these kind of are, in my opinion, kind of mini games. Like, get all of your defenders. Maybe you want to get a bunch of defenders or something. We have so many things. Skilling pets, if you just want the skilling pets. Slayer, there's so many items you can gather from Slayer. Miscellaneous, look at all these. It's endless when it comes down to it. And maybe, like I said, maybe you want a harder challenge. In my opinion, this is probably, let's go to the combat log real quick. This is probably my most sought after, but something that I'll never get, is completing all the combat achievements. That, like, Zuck helmet, that Zuck helmet is the biggest flex in old school RuneScape. If you see someone walking around with that, yeah, they're better than you. I'm just saying it. There's no way to get around that. If you ever wanted something to show I'm better than you, you get the Zuck helmet. And you put it on and stand in the Grand Exchange. You're better than probably everybody at the Grand Exchange at that time. Unless there's another Zuck helmet. Who knows, right? But you don't see him very much. There's easy, medium, hard, elite, master, grandmaster. You don't have to get all of these. Start with the easies, get the easies done. Get the mediums done, get the hards done. Guys, we have a max cape. We can teleport anywhere in the game. We can do anything in the game if you've done all your quests. There's nothing that is holding us back from completing the game other than RNG. And I know, RNG sometimes feels pretty bad. But I will say, the game gets better when you're max. The teleports are amazing. The max cape is probably the most OP item that you can get. The amount of things that my max cape does with all the teleports is crazy. With the features, even the features are great. There's nothing that this cape can't really do. And I'm going to be sad when I lose it when Sailing comes out, but we're going to have to grind that out. But is there life after max? Is the great game over? Did you beat the game after you get max? You didn't. There's still so much more, but you have to be a little bit more creative in things that you want to do. We have grinded out every single skill in the game. Now, what are you going to do next? Are you going to quit? Are you going to go make an Iron Man? Are you going to make a 2004 Scape account? There's a lot of options. You can do whatever you like. But I will say, there is so much to do after max. You just have to be willing to push, and you have to be willing to do it. Go boss. We can even skill. Let's say you're a skiller. Unless you're 200 million in everything, you have not defeated the game. This is an endless game. Nobody has beaten old school RuneScape. Nobody has got every single 200 mil. Nobody has completed every single collection log. This game has yet to be beaten. Can you be the first? Maybe. But it's going to require a lifetime of playtime. I'm not sure if we'll ever see anybody be able to beat the game. And beating the game is 200 mil in every skill, where you cannot get a single XP. Gathering every single item in this game for your collection log. Completing every single combat achievement. If you go to this screen right here, and this screen is not maxed out on everything, you have not beaten the game. Who can do it? Can anybody do it? I'm not sure. But I did want to make this video. Like I said, I get a lot of questions about it. What do you do? What do you do after max? Are you done? And hopefully this kind of summed up some of the things. The game has only really begun. You can do it. You just have to push through it. Alright, guys. And like always, anything goes good with Dragon Mid.